Hi everybody. I saw someone do a tag today. Actually, it was Life with Patty. And Patty did this tag. I don't know that she tagged me. I don't think she tagged me, but I'm going to take on a tag and go for it. And I'm going to tag, let's see, I will tell you at the end because I'm trying to think of a lot of different things at once. You're going to hear this. I'm sorry about this. My little dog is in bed and she will not go to sleep. So she wants me in there too. Not in her bed, in my bed, which is by her bed. So she doesn't like the blow dryer. And when she starts having a fit, I turn on the blow dryer to keep her quiet. And she's going to do it again. I'm just going to go through this quick as I can. It's 10 o'clock at night. So 10 things I learned on YouTube, and I wrote them down. They're not long. I watched at Life with Patty. So, number 1, it's a great way to make new friends. So I've heard some people say that any of the social media platforms that you have, friends aren't real friends. But I consider, and I know a lot of people do, consider these people to be my friends, and I have some that I consider to not be my friends. Same. It's a great way to make new friends. I think I started my first video in 2021 in August. I think it was. Listen to that baby cry. It's crazy. Anyway, it's a great way to make new friends, and somebody is up 24/7. It's something. It's 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and I'm talking to Mimi's Life. Mimi's Life, that's not what she's called, isn't it? Oh golly, I'm gonna tag her anyway, so you'll see it. Mimi is in Rhode Island, and she and I were talking live, and so it's 1 o'clock in the morning there. Okay, number 2. Not to be nervous on camera. I still get giggly, but less than I used to. I know people used to point it out. Maybe they're just tired of pointing it out, and I still giggle too much. I know I do. But it's a nervous habit to giggle, and I'm I'm practically dead. I'm that grown. I'm 64 and a half, and so anyway, not to be nervous on camera, meaning I had to, for my first couple of videos, really force myself to do it. In fact, I did my first video that August. I don't think I did another one until probably 3 months or 4 months later. I was just, But you know what? I'm not afraid to public speak. It was filming that had me crazy. I used to teach birth classes. I used to lead, La Leche League meetings, that kind of thing. So, I'm used to standing up and being in a crowd and talking. It doesn't bother me one iota, but the camera freaked me out. Okay, people love to watch each other do ordinary things. That's the truth. So I thought that I would have, because there's some great big content creators, like super, super popular, they make money doing it, and they do epic editing. I don't do editing very well, so I'm still just kind of winging it, and you get what you get, and it's the real me. And people will still watch it. You won't be as big a channel if you don't have, music in the background and special effect lighting and, slow motion and great makeup. And, you can still be a content creator. I have just as much content to share as others. That kind of goes along with that number 3, where I thought I wasn't interesting enough, and I still don't think I'm interesting, but, people will just hang out, and when you get to know people, they'll come by and see what you're doing, just like they're your girlfriends or family members or neighbors, or like, hey, so-and-so's making peanut butter cookies. Let's go hang out with her. Okay, number 5. Hauls are an easy way to connect with others, and they're often very popular. So if you're not privy, hauls just mean you went and got something and you brought it back to your home, or you gave it to somebody, I don't know. So anyway, a haul can be you went to the nursery and you grabbed a rose bush. It could be you went and bought, $100 and something or more dollars at the grocery store or the big box store. You got a new couch. You went to a grocery store. You went thrifting. You went garage sailing. Did I say that already? Hauls are so interesting to me. They are my favorite to do and to watch. Okay, number 6, the skills I'm going to go. All right, 6, the skills I've learned by watching my favorite content creators. It should say with an S on the end. My word, there's so many of them. I wrote down 1 or 2. I learned to make biscuits and gravy. I've learned more canning skills. I've learned sourdough bread. And that was here local. Sorry, I covered up the thing. That was here local, but also online, the sourdough bread. There's so much more. Just different recipes. Because, when you've been making house like I have for 45 years, 45 years, come to think of it, then your meal rotation can get stale. And I love nothing better than to see a new recipe. Number 7, YouTube is real life. And if you doubt it is, let me see. If you don't think so, check out channel creators who lose a spouse or a child or get divorced. They're raw and they're honest. I'm sure not all of them are, but a lot of them are. And then check out, your favorite channel content creator passes away. And that's happened to 2 of mine in just 4 years. Both of them were somebody I watched every day. So, and in real life, we send it, the friends that I've made, we send each other, again, with a happy mail. So, a package, just not of anything of great value, just a, hey, I'm thinking about you, with a card or whatever. That's so cool. It really is real life. Okay, and then I need number 8 here. YouTube motivates me to get up and have a reason, because I retired in 2000 completely from everything I had been doing, and I was a busy lady. I attended home births, I attended hospital births, I prepared placenta for postpartum issues, I did La Leche League meetings, I taught birth classes, I taught breastfeeding classes, what else? Happiest Baby on the Block. Gosh, just a lot. I also hosted workshops in my office space for all sorts of things. So reason for telling you this is I was busy. I was always on the go. So when it went down, I went down quite a bit. I just kind of sat around going, now what, And then, the big C hit with the whole country, and a lot of us had nowhere to go. And so a lot of us probably clung to some, friendship and that kind of thing with YouTube. Anyway, number 9, it's bad to get tangled up in things that are controversial with people and channels. It really is. It's not a good idea. You can lose subscribers, and maybe you feel like it's important enough to you that you don't care if you lose subscribers. But I have of the feeling that I want to give everyone a chance to be human to me, and we don't have to talk about hot button issues. We can talk about baking sourdough bread or organizing our closets. And everybody does that, you know? Okay, so that's just my take on that. 10, last one. Follow the rules to the best of your ability. And the reason I say that is I know of people who have done things because they didn't know any better. And I don't mean anything bad, but like say they came off with a whole string of profanity, which doesn't, bother me, but it can get your channel in trouble. And I don't know what happens at that point. I know it's happened to people that I know, and not for that reason, for other reasons. Buying subscribers, just stuff. Be so careful, because if you work for, like I've been doing 4 years now, it would be life-changing to me to know I had to start all over again after my probationary period of punishment was over. So that's kind of a negative thing to end on. All in all, for me, YouTube has been a learning experience, way more than 10. And it has been a happy experience almost always, even when I've had people say things to me that I thought were not kind. I don't get into it with people. If you say something unkind to me, the first offense, I will ignore it and move on. The second offense, you're gone. You're out. Bye. And there's no drama. Drama-free. I've been like that my whole life, though. If I have a friend who repeatedly hurts me, we're not going to be able to hang together, Okay, so I hope that I still have all my stuff here from making ATCs. I hope that you'll get in on this. It's so easy. I will tag a few of you, and if I didn't tag you, consider yourself tagged. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. What did you think about all of these? Do you have your own reasons that you think that you learned on YouTube? Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.